going on, people? It's the Xbot 448, and today, guys, I want to talk about the thing that's been the buzz all weekend long, going into this weekend from this past weekend from last week. One thing has been on a lot of gamers' minds, and this is the rumor of Xbox doing something called All Access. And for people who don't know, the rumor is All Access is a subscription service. It's a 2-year subscription service where you would get 2 years of Xbox Live, you would get 2 years of Game Pass, plus you would get a console without putting down the hundreds of dollars, you know, for that console up front. So when it comes to Xbox, think about the Xbox One S. That console with these with Xbox Live and Game Pass would be about $28 a month for about 2 years. And if you look at the Xbox One X, you know, world's most powerful console or whatnot, you're looking at about $35 a month for about 2 years. And, you know, this has come out and a lot of people are singing praises. There's a lot of people, you know, also saying how this is somehow a bad deal. If you look at the price, like, all the way through, not only are they not charging interest at this point in time with this rumor, and I gotta say this, guys, this is just a rumor. Nothing has been confirmed when it comes to Microsoft in terms of this subscription. So, you know, take all this with a grain of salt. Don't go off and think that this is just absolutely gonna happen. This is a rumor, guys. Now, this is a rumor that has been reported on by Windows Central and The Verge. So, you know, it is gaining some traction here when it comes to gaming media and whatnot, but at the end of the day, it's still just a rumor. But with the Xbox One X, you're looking at about $35 a year, and when you break it down over that, $35 a month, and when you break it down over a 2-year cycle, it seems that there's no interest being paid here. So you're not getting, like, charged more just because you're not putting the money completely down up front for the console. Not only that, it looks like you might save like $20 or so over 2 years. So that's $10 a year in savings, right? I gotta let you know, first and foremost, I think this is cool. I think this is something, you know, it's never been done before in console gaming. It has been done in other spaces, such as, you know, your cell phone. I know a lot of people who get the newest cell phone and they don't pay it up front, but it goes in their cell phone bill per month. So they'll pay like an extra $10, $20 or something like that in their cell phone bill, and they have the newest, you know, cell phone there. So it's not something that is kind of like unprecedented when it comes to, you know, technology and hardware, but it would be a first in the console space. And, you know, I think this is cool. This is something that I would be like, all right, throw it out there, let's see how it goes. There are a couple points to look at or to watch when it comes to something like this, if this turns out to be true. Again, this is a rumor. Alright, I don't want anybody saying that, you know, I'm reporting on this as an absolute fact, because it's not. A couple of things to look at, though. First off, when you do your cell phone plan, now we do know, we're suspecting that 2020 would be when the new hardware comes out, you know, for Sony and for Microsoft. So Project Scarlet, PlayStation 5, we're projecting that those are coming out in 2020. What happens if they come out with this service and then, like, say a year later, so, you know, you have a 2-year service, but a year later Project Scarlet comes out? Are you still locked to the console that, you know, you got, the Xbox One, either S or X, or can you upgrade, you know, to the Scarlet? I mean, that is a really good question. It's something that the cell phone kind of like option does. You know, you get the newest iPhone or you get the newest Galaxy, and if something comes out around the corner, you can bring that phone in and you can upgrade, you know, at a certain date or whatnot. So I got to see what's going on. If this rumor is true, I got to see if they'll let you, you know, upgrade your system even if you haven't, you know, paid off the 2-year service deal. Another thing that Supersonic actually pointed out on Twitter, and we actually had him on this past Next podcast. This past Saturday, we had him on Next podcast. Was the fact that, you know, if this becomes hugely popular, they bring it out, becomes hugely popular, what's to stop the company from basically over time only putting their hardware out and stuff like that under a subscription service? Like, you won't be able to buy the console outright or and stuff like that. You could only do it with these kind of like 2-year subscription services, which I think is something to watch for. I am not the type of person that just because I prefer the Xbox platform, that I'm not going to point, you know, any possible negatives when it comes to rumors of this nature. So it is something to look out for, and the only reason why I think it's something to look out for over time and over a long period of time is because Sony and Microsoft, when it comes to their gaming division, they do want to go as a completely streaming service. So over time, you're gonna see them put out like services, features and stuff like that that will cater more to a streaming service, and they're gonna, you'll slowly see people kind of gravitate over to that. I mean, we've seen it with digital games this generation, and it's just kind of the way business goes. Like, you think that, you know, there's no way in hell that gamers are gonna be, you know, accepting of a subscription service or a streaming service when it comes to gaming, and these companies will kind of like feed you little tidbits in features and stuff like that until they get you to the point where you accept that stuff. It's a common practice when it comes to just about any business, and it's something that, you know, I am going to watch for, but I am down for the service. And that's another thing, you know, people who are like, well, how can you point out negatives or anything like that? Like, I am down for the service. I want to see where it goes. I want to see where, you know, console gaming goes and stuff, but I'm not going to just sit there and say everything is absolutely great. There are no possible negatives to this, because at the end of the day, for people who don't want that type of service, kind of like taking over the industry, there is a possible negative there. I don't know, but all in all, I think this is really cool. Again, you got Microsoft pushing that innovation within the console gaming space, and I feel like a lot of gamers out there, especially with the whole console war bullshit, they don't really give Microsoft the credit that they deserve. You know, you think about the party chat, you think about where online gaming has gone, you think about the most stable platform for online gaming, and one of the first things you think about is Xbox Live. And it just shows that Microsoft and Xbox are still doing what they do. They're still trying to innovate, you know, the console gaming space, coming up with new ways for people to enjoy their games. You look at even Play Anywhere for people who have a gaming PC, people who like to play games on PC as well as own an Xbox. They can play their games on either device, and to me, they're still doing what they're doing. They're still doing what they have done since they came out with the OG Xbox, and I am glad that Microsoft is in the console space. Now, people like to point to you know, hardware numbers in terms of sales and stuff like that, and they really try to get down on Microsoft for Xbox, and I feel like people don't really give Microsoft the credit that they deserve in kind of putting down certain foundations in console gaming that we just kind of take for granted. So I think this is just another kind of like aspect of Microsoft pushing forward, trying to innovate the console gaming space, and I can't wait to see, first off, if this is true, and then secondly, if this is true, what is this going to turn into in the long term? So hit up the comment section, guys. I want to know what you think about the rumor of All Access. Are you down for it? Is this something that, you know, Project Scarlet comes out in 2020, whatever they name that system? Is this something you would think about, you know, a way for you to get that console instead of putting out that $400, maybe $500? You know, putting that huge chunk of money down, you just pay like maybe $35 a month for like 2 years. You get Xbox Live for 2 years. You get Game Pass for 2 years, which that Game Pass thing right there, adding that into it, having 150 games available to you right off the bat with a console, with Xbox Live, so you can play, you know, multiplayer online and stuff, and you only put down like $35 to get all that stuff. It's absolutely amazing in my opinion. But I want to know what you guys think, so hit up the comment section. As usual, if you like the video, you like the gameplay, you like the topics, definitely hit that thumbs up button for me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, definitely subscribe. But as for now, this is the Xbot 448, and I am definitely signing off.
Trying to get demons up out of me. Turn to a beast, eat your arteries. Deceasing opponent so properly. Unleashing the dark side, what got to me. We come to take this shit over.